So I just had to come to you and let you know my testimony, okay? The other night was so horrible, right? Because all of my friends had already lost their virginity and they was like, listen, Maria, it is that time. You need to lose your virginity and things like that. So I said, you know what? I think you're right. So, and I was like, okay, but who? They was like, okay, but listen, go down to the football team. You can find plenty of people who are more than willing to pop the cherry off the sundae. I said, okay, well, let me go see what I can do. So I go to the football game after the game was over. And I was like, you know what? Yo, Carlos, come here, Carlos, come here, Carlos. Carlos, first of all, Carlos was an Adonis. He was a god, okay? He was so, like, freaking sexy. And I was like, oh my god, clearly it's going to be like the Beyonce experience, just that it'll be the Carlos experience. Because I know that when I'm done, I'm going to be wanting to go to his next show. I just knew he was going to be all that, a bag of chips with a red vine on the side. But then what ended up happening was I said, well, listen, okay? Carlos, okay? I don't know what his last name was. Fuck, it could have been Carlos Santana for all I know. I don't know. All I know is that Carlos, okay? Sweetheart, Carlos. How would you like to accompany me, okay? Maria Bonita Consuelo, okay? How would you like to accompany me to a movie? He says, oh yeah, that's what's up. I would definitely like to. I said, good, that's what I like to hear. So at that point I said, okay, you know what, let me get ready. I put on my Sunday's best and everything was just fierce and right and tight and just everything was just on point. So we get to the movie. I said I wanted to see 7 pounds because I heard great things about 7 pounds. But then once we started watching, I said, you know, this bullshit is depressing. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Be gone. So he said, why don't we skip? I said, skip? Oh, I never skipped before. So then he said, well, it's the first time for everything. I said, okay, that's true because, you know, I'm very spontaneous, very adventurous. So we ended up skipping to the next movie. So the movie that we went to go see was Marley and Me with Jennifer Aniston. You know Aniston because, you know, John Mayer Aniston. So we went to go see Marley and Me, which was pretty good. It was pretty cool. And then after that, you know, the date had went very well. You know, he wasn't getting loopy in the brain. You know, like Pinkett's brain, he wasn't getting loopy. You feel me? He wasn't getting stupid. He wasn't talking so much that I had to look at his ass, slap him, and tell him, God de la boca. You see what I say? So he was not getting crazy. He wasn't getting stupido. He was very cool. He was very gentlemanlike. So that was a cue for me. You know what I'm saying? That's my cue to say, listen, would you like to come back to my place? Or my family's place, rather. So once he came back, to the place. I see my mother. She's doing her rosary, talking about, oh God, please allow my daughter to be, remain pure and things of this nature and blah, 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 blah. Because clearly me and him weren't married and things like that. So I said, you know what? But, and I didn't hear her say this verbally. I was reading her lips like, cause you know I'm very good like that. Cause you know, listen, I'm a teenager. I'm in high school. This is what we do. We text message and read lips. So then, anyway, so you know, we get to my room and everything is going so well. He's all like, cut off the lights. I'm like, cut off the lights. Listen, I'm very comfortable. You don't have to worry about me. I'm very confident. He said, no, not for you, for me. I'm like, okay, so there goes a red flag. Damn, I thought we was going to get through this bitch, but on the fucking red flag, obviously I was fucking wrong. So I'm like, okay, we can cut off the lights. Click, lights off. Cut off the music, and what a fucking coincidence, cut off the lights is on. I'm like, oh, this is so fucking corny. You know what I say? Like, why the fuck does this song have to be on? You know what I'm saying? All it's gonna do is encourage him to cut the fucking lights off. Because the man, he keeps saying this shit. Like, cut off the lights. Like, bitch, say cut the fucking lights on, bitch. We can have candles going with the lights on, motherfucker. You know what I say? Like, god damn, bitch, someone get this bitch and shut the fuck up. Like, it paso. You know, like, what the fuck is up with you? I'm gonna cut off the fucking lights, man. What the fuck kind of shit is that? So anyway, so, by this point, we're in the fucking complete darkness. The only light that I see is my cell phone that's vibrating. Because Amber, you know what I say, Sandra, and Shaniqua all want to know if I lost my fucking V card. So they up there calling me, but my phone was on fucking vibrate. So that's the only light that was in the room, looking like a fucking flickering firefly that was on its way to death. So then, what happens was I'm massaging. All of my worries went out the window once I started touching his body. Because ooh, yes, the body was on point. You know what I say? The body was so fucking sickening. So I'm touching here, I'm touching there, and I'm like, wow. Granted, everybody wanted me to lose my V card, but at this point, I want to lose it too because, wow. I mean, I'm feeling that chest and boop. It was just so round and so scrumptious. Make my way down to his abs and his, you know, his abdomen area, and it was just so Okay, what is that, a six pack? Okay, yes, a six. Once I start drinking, I'll come back to you. And then I go down, and his V for Vendetta and his navel. And I'm like, okay, granted, okay, ooh, just, ooh. Okay, I'm assuming I've been down here for about a minute. I don't want to ask this question, but seems like we've reached this point. Um, Carlos, he says, okay, obviously he says, yeah. He's enjoying it, clearly, but me, on the other hand, I'm a little lost. Carlos, I really don't want to ask you this because I realize that this is a ridiculous question. With that being said, where the fuck is your penis? Because clearly I don't know. I didn't think that I would need a GPS for their penis, but obviously we've reached this point. He says, oh no, trust me, this has happened before. Okay, another red flag. It's happened before? Oh, okay. Well, where is it? I'm not a lesbian. I don't get down like that. I'm not bisexual. I don't plan on eating nobody sushi. You know what I'm saying? I never liked crab nor lobster, so I don't swing it that way. So what is going on with your penis? Like, is it like a turtle in out when it gets scared? Like, what is happening? It's like, oh no, give me your hand. I'm like, give me your hand. Red flag number 3 in my book, 3 strikes you're out. But this was such a sensitive situation. I didn't know how to handle it. So he's like, okay, give me your hand. I'm like, I don't want to give you my hand. Next thing I know, he snatches my hand and he has my damn hand. So he puts my hand down. He says, gentle now, gentle. I'm like, gentle? Oh my God. So then he puts my hand down. I'm like, okay, this is a pimple. A mole at best. What the fuck is this shit? He's all like, oh, but you know what? It's not about the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean. I'm like, bitch, please. What you need is a motherfucking magic potion. Because, bitch, I'm not going to let you slither on me. That is some raggedy shit. You know what I'm saying? The only way that I could even give you oil if I tried was to lick it. But even after doing that, you still can't stick it. So, bitch, basically, this whole situation is wicked. I cannot go through with it. So I said, you know what? Bitch, go. Go. No conversations needed. No more dialogue needed. Because you knew you had a baby dick. Okay? You knew you had BD syndrome. Okay? Baby dick syndrome. You knew you had it from day one. So when we went on the date and everything was going well, you should have said, you know what, Maria, Bonita Consuela. You know what? Do you like chocolate covered raisins? Yes, I do. Well, my dick is the size of one. You should have let me know what was going on down south. But you're going to wait till I get to Miami just to tell me there's no club? See what I say? This is the bullshit I talk about. You do not do that. So I kick his ass to the curb. I said, you know what, bitch? Go. What can we do? There's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. I'm not a lesbian. I don't listen. If I was gonna get a dildo, I could have went to Starship on my own. I can masturbate on my own. I pretty much don't need you to do nothing for me. So basically, I kick him to the curb, and my mother, she, as I'm leaving out the bedroom, she's up here with 2 glasses of tea, and she's like, oh my God, I didn't think it would come this early, but my daughter became a woman tonight. I'm like, honey, save it, okay? We can still drink the tea, but let me give you the tea, okay? Baby, he didn't do nothing, okay? He didn't do nothing with that BD dick, okay? That motherfucking baby dick. He did not do nothing. Trust me, everything is still intact. He is not the bulldozer because he did not knock down their wall. On that note, I only come to you to let you know my testimony so that you don't be fooled by the beautiful faces, okay? He wasn't a fugly, but trust me, when I went down south, it was ugly. It was not a pretty situation. So don't be fooled by the pretty faces, okay? And the big feet, okay? Because he had some fucking boat feet, okay? But unfortunately, his feet were both, okay? But his section that I needed was like a grape, okay? Can't work with that. Don't want to work with that. Sorry. On that note, you've heard it first here from Maria Bonita Consuela. Mwah. Adios.